Good morning, Year 6. Welcome to week 9. And I am feeling so dirty right now. I don't know about you, Mrs. Moore.
Not impressed.
This just doesn't feel right.
I think it's touching me too closely or something.
Yeah, just
doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, it does not feel comfortable. This jersey and me just do not agree.
This is day 1 of 5.
Yeah.
Still a while to go.
I think I'm going to be tainted by the end of it. I don't know whether I'm going to be the same person at the other end.
I don't think so either.
As I will be.
I was going to say what gets us there, Mr. Martin, is 10 more days of school until the holidays. So we've got 10 more days of school days, and then we are going to stay home and do nothing.
Yeah. Exciting. At least there's not going to be any slides to do for the kids, for you guys.
That's exactly right. There's no slides you have to do. It's just relaxing.
Be all the Xbox and all the bike rides and all the walks and all the everything you want to do to yourselves.
If the sun is shining, get outside. That's my rule in my house.
Yep.
All right, let's get into Monday.
First of all, Cameron Smith I don't think he's here in the ocean either. He looks a little bit sad about that. All right, we'll go through our literacy contract. What do you reckon, Mrs. Moore?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So the activities that we've got this week, first task that you guys will need to do is that we've assigned ReadWorks text for you guys to read. So read through them and you can just answer the questions directly onto the website. You don't need to put them onto your slides. Just when you do ReadWorks, just write onto your slides ReadWorks so that Mrs. Moore and I can go and have a check to see that you've done it and how you went with that task.
The next one is our shared reading. So we'd like you to read just one of the books. It doesn't have to be on a particular book, any of the books that we're reading this week for our shared reading. And we want you to recreate a blurb for the back of it. So, you know, when you turn the book over and it gives you a bit of an idea of what's in the book and they kind of tell you the problem of it without giving away too much information. So we want you to create one of those for just one of the books. So we've got important things to remember. Don't give away the resolution. Hook in the audience. So give us a bit of the problem so that we know what's happening, and don't give too many key ideas away.
Kind of like we said, it's like a hook. You want to try and get them interested, give them a little bit of a taste, like an appetizer.
Yeah, you want them to pick that book up and leave it in their hand and either take it to the cash register or take it to borrow it out.
Then read it. Study ladder, there'll be activities that will be posted up for you guys. So just see if we can get 4 activities done. BTN this week, the link is being posted here. I think it's on Street Art this week, Mrs. Moore, is that correct?
It is on Street Art and it's going to connect with our art this week. So further on in the week, you'll be doing some art based around this. So this BTN is connected there.
Just have a look through the BTN. If it doesn't work for some reason, let Mrs. Moore know and we'll see if we might be able to find a YouTube clip for it and share it with you guys after.
Yeah. And then just our read theory as normal and our spelling as normal as well. I've just noticed, Mr. Martin, that we're getting a bit slack in our sentences. So just make sure we keep those sentences coming. It's just to keep you in the loop, keep you practicing. You don't want to lose all the hard work you've been doing.
And just making sure, when you find those words, write them down, write their definition, and then also put them into a sentence and try and make them compound or complex sentences.
Yeah.
So the mini speech this week, you're not going to be using that slideshow that we've been using for the last couple of weeks. What we want you to do though is that we're going to be doing this like we have for the last couple of weeks. Writing a speech and then presenting your speech will be next week as well. So this is a 2-week task. The topic of your speech is going to be students should come back to school earlier than what the New South Wales government has outlined for year 6. That's the 1st of November. So do you agree with this or do you disagree with this? And tell us your reasons why. So maybe you might be able to do a little bit of research, maybe see if you can find some facts to try and back yourself up. Tell us what your opinion is. Maybe you might be able to get even some quotes from either yourself or maybe you might talk to some of your peers, like some other people in the class, and see what they think about it as well. And then when you're done, the Flipgrid is there for you guys to record it on.
Moving on to our dojo news, so that will be posted up. And then for our guided reading session this week, again, we want you to do a bit of research after we've finished our guided reading session. So we're going to be doing our guided reading session, and then you're going to answer the first 2 questions using that website that I've just given you. So if you click on there, you'll be able to find the answers to that. So it's the Bureau of Meteorology website. And then the next 2 questions you have to research yourself. And so it talks about what is the longest period without rain that has been recorded in Penrith, and what is the most rain in a short period of time that has been recorded in Penrith. So you need to look up both of those things. You'll be able to research them.
And then the last one, guys, is that I know we've been saying it every day for the last couple of weeks for your voice review speech, but just practice it once this week. So we think that you guys probably know that speech pretty well by now. So just use or spend a little bit of time during one of the days and just practice your speech.
Because we are going to do it once we get back to school. So as soon as we get back to school, we'll get into performing those in front of everyone.
Yep. And just a reminder, guys, do the STAR tasks first. STAR tasks need to be done before the other tasks that don't have a star next to them. All right. That'll take us into shared reading for today.
So shared reading this week, we're going to have different books each day again. Oh no, there is one day where we do the same book twice, but generally we're having a different book each day, and you are going to be looking at our literary devices that we've been doing so much of anyway. So we want you to listen to this story, and then we want you to identify the metaphors, the hyperboles, and the rhyming words onto this slide, giving us examples. But then we're going to step it up this week, and we want you to evaluate the text, detailing the effectiveness for young children. We know it's not aimed at you, but what did the author do that was effective for the younger children? It might be about the storyline. It might be about the literary devices they used. It might be about how they structured the text, how they did the layout of the text. All those things are important. So we want you to evaluate that. Remember, when you're evaluating, you're finding evidence from the text to support what you are saying as well.
So that's going to take us on to writing this week. So each day this week, we're going to be letting you guys do quick writes. So about 1 to 3 paragraphs long. So what we have put up there is we've put up this slideshow. And these have just got some images that you can use if you'd like to, as a bit of inspiration if you're a little bit stuck about what you could write about. So we put this up onto our writing tab underneath on our Google Classroom. So we'd like you can use these, or if you want to use your own inspiration, you can use your own inspiration for it. Just a reminder that we want you guys to maybe have a think about using at least one literary device when you are writing your text. So we've also put this up here as well for you guys, literary devices. It's also under our writing tab, and it just goes through and gives you guys some examples and tells you what some different techniques are. Now, if you can think of a different technique that Mrs. Moore and I haven't put up here, you can use that as well. But like we said, as you're writing your text for each day, 1 to 3 paragraphs, and try and use maybe at least one literary device, and underline your device in your text. So if you're writing a metaphor, maybe you can underline the metaphor and tell us, okay, when we're reading through it, that's the technique that that I've used there. Miss Moore, I know where the technique that you've used is.
Make our life easier.
Yep. All right, then maths for today. We are now looking at data over the next couple of days. So like we've always done, warm up, see if you can log into Metafic or Study Ladder and do one activity just to get yourself ready to go. What you'll need to do today is, before you start to do this task, watch this video here, because it's going to be really important. Mrs. Moore and I are going to make a Google Sheet that you guys will be able to access and have a copy for each student, so that you can create some graphs based on the statistics that you're going to use to create graphs then. So on this website, we've given you a link to it there. We want you guys to collect some information and some data, and we want to use that data to create some column graphs today. So on here, we have gone through and there's lots of different statistics for the NRL, heaps of different top stats for either it's attacking stats, defensive stats, whatever you want to do. What you will need to do today is that you'll need to go through, collect some of that data, put it into a table and then use that table to collect or to create some graphs. Now, watching that video there, that's going to tell you exactly how you can create graphs on using Google Sheets, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you guys. So make sure you watch that video first, use that website to collect the data, and then create some graphs based off the data that you collect. Nope, too far ahead.
That takes us into our history. So we've been looking at people's rights and how they've changed over the years. So today we're looking at women's rights in Australia. So how have women's rights changed over the years as well? So Mrs. Milgate has watched the video and she's paused the video and she's talked about what the important points are from the video. So you can either watch Mrs. Milgate's, it's just over there if you need some extra help. Otherwise, we want you to use this link just here. And we want you to watch the video and we just want you to write, what do you think, Mr.? I think maybe we should put it on there. Maybe a 5 to 10 dot points about women's rights. Maybe pop that on there. 5 to 10 dot points about some of the important changes that have happened over the years in Australia. And on the next slide, we've just put a dot point there. So you can just, every time you write there and you enter down, you'll get a new dot point. So just do it in dot points on the next slide. All right, Year 6, that is it for today. So remember, join us at 9:30 if you need to. We will be there. Spit out your words, Mrs. Moore. And hope you have a great day.
Yeah, you too, guys. Just a quick reminder as well, maybe double check there'll be a post up underneath literacy or online learning that Mrs. Moore and I will go through, and it's a doc that tells you what day your guided reading session is on. So make sure that you have a look just to make sure you can join our guided reading session as well as our 9:30 daily Zooms.
That'd be great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.